everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through 7 different steps to be able to start getting results on LinkedIn. This video is the basics. It's the fundamentals that you need to understand to be able to start creating yourself almost a habits list to be able to get the results that you're looking for. Because right now, what I'm finding a lot speaking to people, reading content online, is that people are getting quite frustrated. And I believe I know the reasons why, and it's nothing to do with the way that they're using it. It's quite frankly the way in which the platform is behaving right now. But from lots and lots of testing, from working with clients on this for numerous years now, what we've become to realize is that there's ways to do this right and there's ways to get this horrendously wrong. So to get really straight into this, the first step that you need to start to understand to be able to get results from this platform is trying to work out the reasons that you're using it for in the first place. Now, I didn't use LinkedIn. It wasn't my first social media platform that I really got into. My original social media following was built on Facebook and Instagram. My Facebook following I have 5,000 friends on the platform, right? It's nothing too amazing. I've maxed out my friend request limit because that is the best way to build a Facebook following. On Instagram, it's up to, I think, around 40,000 people now, and that's been built over the last 4 years. My LinkedIn following is still relatively small compared to a lot of people on this platform. It's around, I think, 8,000 people right now. However, the number of people actually isn't that important. What is important is the types of people that are on there and the relationships that I'll be managing to build. And no matter what business you're in right now, no matter what industry you're in, there is potential on this platform for you to be able to generate attention and start building relationships. The reality of it is it's working out whether the person that you're trying to speak to is even on this platform anyway. This is actually one of the things that a lot of people struggle with. And it's actually taking a step back, should I say, and trying to work out who it is that you're trying to target, who it is that you're trying to network with, and then trying to work out a strategy of how you can best get in front of them. And the best way to explain this is to actually just take you through a story on it, because this is literally the process that I went through with my first business. Now, for those of you that don't know, my first business was actually a property company. And when I first got started in the Airbnb and serviced accommodation world, I knew one thing and one thing only, that at some point I was going to have to raise some money. I was going to have to raise some finance. But when I was 23 at the time, trying to go out there and raise hundreds of thousands of pounds, I mean, it could be quite intimidating. And then really going onto a platform like LinkedIn, which, let's be honest, can be quite intimidating on its own when you're looking at the sort of people that you're looking to network with. I didn't have a clue on where to start. And this was where I started to really start to just test things. And from there, we've uncovered these steps to take. But your first step on this is just to work out why you're trying to use this platform. Like, what results are you trying to uncover? What are you trying to achieve? The second thing then to go through is trying to work out who it is that you're trying to connect with. This is fundamental, and it actually then will lead us on to the next steps into how you can start to master this platform. But once you start to work out why you're using it and who you're using it to connect with, you can then start to gain momentum on it. So back again, when I first started doing it, I wanted to use the platform to raise finance. And then I also wanted then to use it to connect with the people that I knew wanted to invest, however, didn't have the time or the knowledge to be able to do so. So to give you my strategy right at the beginning, I thought, you know what, let's apply some common sense to this. I knew that doctors and solicitors, mainly in key cities like Manchester, London, Leeds, would have lots and lots of cash. Let's be open and honest here. They're well-paid jobs. However, they are extremely time poor. And therefore, they would probably be open to working out how they can actually get a better return on their money. Other people were CEOs and managing directors. They were other job titles of people that we were looking to get in contact with. Now, once I then had a clear understanding of who those people were, before I started going out there and mass connecting with them, I needed to make sure I did step number 2. And step number 2 was making sure that my profile was optimized. Now, I have spoken about profile optimization way too much on this channel already. there is a video which I'll link in the description, and it will be around this video somewhere, which you can click, which deep dives into how you can get the best profile on LinkedIn possible. I break down all the key parts and how you can actually go about doing it. It's something which me and my business partner, Sam, have been working on for a number of years now. It is the way to be able to stand out from the crowd. Now, to give you a little bit of a whistle-stop tour on profile optimization without doing the deep dive, you want to make sure that your headline's right. You want to make sure that your About Me section is right. You want to make sure that you've got some featured sections with content filled within it. And then you want to make sure that your experiences are up to date. Now, I'm not going to go into sharing screens in this one. There is a full video on it for you to be able to go through. Just watch it after watching this video, but make sure before you follow any of the other steps that I'm about to go into, that you go through and get your profile optimized. The reason why I say that is purely because from my own experience of failing on this, when I first started, my profile was not optimized. I started connecting with all these managing directors, CEOs, finance directors, solicitors, doctors, all the people that I listed out to you a second ago. And I was starting to wonder why they weren't accepting my connection requests. Now, put yourself into their shoes in this, right? If they were to get a random connection request from somebody that didn't have a profile image, that had its own previous job experience. Now, my job experience back then was I worked for a car leasing company. I was a sales exec. Now, why on earth would they accept a random connection request from a sales exec from a car leasing company? There was no need for them to, therefore they were not doing it. And I was wasting connection requests on this platform time and time again. So bearing in mind, we only get a certain amount of connection requests each week and each month now, we need to be making sure that we're making the best use of them. So before you go ahead and start doing all of that, get your profile optimized to the right standard so it talks directly to the people that you're trying to connect with. So when you then send that connection request out there, they then look at it and they go, actually, that person is probably someone that I should connect with. And then they'll accept, and then your relationship can begin. Step number 2 is profile. Get it sorted. Once you've done that, you can then move on to step number 3, which is then around about network building. Now, with network building, I will do a deep dive video on this for you, but quite frankly, what I did as I was looking to network build was really, really simple. As I open up my screen here, you'll see my profile. Actually, nice message there, which I probably should turn off. There we go. Although it was somebody saying thank you for some work, I'm pretty sure. Matt watches these videos. Matt, if you're watching, I appreciate you. A loyal subscriber, appreciate you a lot. Now, again, there are more technical ways to network build and to be able to get more connections into your first degree network. However, the way that I did it right at the beginning was the simplest way. And this is the way to do it without having to have a sales nav or a premium account, which again, I will do another video on in another day. But this isn't to give you a full-on tutorial on this, but again, to give you the real basics, because there are better ways to do this with Boolean search, which again, we will do another video on in another day. But to get you started right now, once you've got your profile optimized, you need to start building up this connection number and this follower number right here. Okay, there's no point posting content. There's no point engaging with people that quite frankly don't know who you are right now. So my initial phase, right at this current point, when I was first starting, I'm going to pretend that you've got a brand new profile, was just to connect with people that I know. People that I know, as I then start talking about the stuff that they already know that I do, they will engage with it and they will help my profile grow further. So initially, I went out and added friends, previous colleagues, previous people that I knew in my industry with what I did. I got them into my network because they were my initial starter network to be able to get my content, then to be seen by more people. When it came to proactive prospecting and network building, I split it into 2 kind of key parts. The first part was, I guess, like authorities and thought leaders. So I'd look to proactively connect with people that may actually be competitors with me, may also be people in different industries that just did and created great content, which would give me inspiration. So I would go out and actually proactively connect with, I don't know, a LinkedIn coach for me in this area, because again, that's something that we specialize in. And you can see Leah, who is fantastic at what she does. She's amazing at what she does. Again, she would go out there and I have connected with Leah. But there are loads and loads of people that I can go and connect with. This is to give us ideas. This is also to get involved in other people's communities. I personally don't believe there's such thing as competition. Like the sort of people and businesses that we work with would probably be different for the people that work with Leah. It's completely different. I don't see it as competition. Actually, there's probably some collaboration opportunities there. Although I've not explored them, there probably is some collaboration opportunities there in the future. Now, I would add those people into my network because, again, if I can get them engaging with my content and I can engage with their content, it then builds out the amount of reach that I can then get. So my first stage was building up with thought leaders. Second was then ideal clients. So like I said, I was looking for solicitor. Let's take solicitor. And again, we can type in here, like, let's just type in solicitor in here. This is real basic searching. Like there's nothing complex about this. There are so many more better ways to be able to do it. However, this is just simple. Again, what I would look to do is filter into second and third degree connections. Now, first degree, just so you know, first degree connections are the people that are immediately in your network. If you think Facebook, they are your friends, okay? Second degree are the people that are in their network, but not in yours right now. So if I were to add David Beckham into my network, what I'd actually get is access to all of David Beckham's connections as well, because his connections that I'm not connected with are second degree. Third degree connections are friends of friends of friends. So I've got David Beckham in my first degree network. His friends that aren't connected to me are my second degree, and then their friends that aren't connected to them or connected to me are third degree. So I want to connect with people that I'm not directly connected with because I want to build my network, not network with the ones that are currently already in there. And then I can come into London, come into location here, and I can click in London, click show results, and this will then bring me up all the different people that were fitting that criteria. Now, there are better ways to do this, as I say, and we'll do more videos on it. However, for now, I'm not going to go through this and just randomly click connect. There are certain things that I look for. First thing to look for are active LinkedIn users. You don't want to be wasting connection requests. You want to be doing it to people that are actually using LinkedIn so you can start to actually get your content seen. Now, there are going to be more deeper version of videos in this, in terms of how you can get your content seen by more people, by little algorithm hacks like I'm going to talk to you in a second about, but also in terms of content types and the way that we build networks. So if you are finding any value from this, if you could hit the like button and if you could subscribe, that way you won't miss out on any future videos that are coming through. There is the bell icon that you can turn on, which will give you notifications as and when the videos are released. I release at least one video a week, or normally 2 videos per week on subjects like this, deep dive like this every single week for you. So I like to think that I'm going to be providing a lot of value to you on this channel as we move forward. So again, I would be very, very grateful if you could. But to go back into the content here, I want signs that people are active. Now, if you've got this little gold badge here, this actually means that somebody is paying for LinkedIn Premium or Sales Navigator. So they're paying to use LinkedIn. So it's normally a clear sign that they actually use the platform, because otherwise, why would they be paying for it? Caveat here, there are some people that are absolutely borderline lunatics that pay for LinkedIn Sales Nav and Premium and don't use the platform. I'm really, really sorry if you are one of those people, but you're a lunatic. End of. Why waste your money? But I will open up this person's account. And again, it doesn't matter if they're premium or not. This is a really good sign that they are active. And again, if they are, I would look to connect with them because I'm only looking to add active LinkedIn users to my network. Otherwise, there is literally no point. But I can come into also the see all activity section here. And I can see that 7 hours ago, this person has engaged in a piece of content. Amazing, great. If I was looking for solicitors in London and they're also active, I would look to connect with that person. I look to connect with around about 25 to 30 people per day. That doesn't mean I'm actually connecting with them. It just means that I'm sending 25 to 30 connection requests out. That's it, nice and easy. Step number 3 is network building, okay? That is it. Build your network. It's crucial. If you don't do it, you're going to be missing out on so much opportunity, and therefore get building your network. Once you've done that, you can then go into step number 4, which is engaging with those people. Now, I've got a thing with just spamming messaging to people as soon as you connect. I don't really like it. It's not the thing that I do. everybody also does it. So what I do as a tactic is once I've connected with that person and they've actually accepted me into their network, what I will then do is, again, I'll do a little screen share for you in a demo. Again, real quick whistle top tour on this for you. But again, what I'm looking to do is come back into their network here, and I'm going to come into their posts. And again, this guy put a post out 2 days ago. Nobody has commented on this post. Nobody is also really engaged with it. So I'm going to like it. I'm going to comment on it. And I'm going to say, look, great to be connected. Here's my, and I'm going to leave my thoughts. This person is not currently getting any engagement right now. So therefore a comment is something that's going to get his attention. Little hack here. This guy will most likely be getting messages every single day. Everybody gets messages every single day. Not everybody gets engagement on their content. So use this little hack here when you connect with somebody. So again, you can come into view your profile and you can actually see here in your follower list all the latest people that have followed or engaged with you. You can come into them, click in, open up the tab, find their profile, come into their content, click on see all activity like we did before, come into the post section. And again, this person here has put a post up 1 day ago, click like, click comment, leave a thought. That person then, you've then gained their attention. It's so, so powerful, but it also initiates a relationship, the thing that people just don't seem to want to do on this platform. Start building relationships up, because you have no idea. Even if Lisa Porto is not an ideal client of mine, again, I'm not thinking about this totally selfishly here, but most likely she will know somebody that will need content strategy, content creation, prospecting. Like they will need something doing for them, which I can help them with, and vice versa, by the way. Lisa may actually provide services that my network would need. I love referring people. I love it. But that's not going to happen unless we can start to get to know each other. So engaging is step number 4. Again, I've done a whole deep dive on our engagement routine. Again, I'll link that in the description for you. But if you do subscribe and go to the channel, you'll see all the list of the LinkedIn training videos that we've done. Engagement is absolutely key. Step number 5 is posting. We all know we should be creating content on LinkedIn. We know it. Again, there is a video on my channel which deep dives into content creation for you. But to give you the basics of it, one of the things that I love to do when it comes to posting content is just sharing what I'm up to. The thing that's going to generate you business from LinkedIn is showcasing what it is that you do as a company, what it is that you do as a business. Okay, now it doesn't matter if you're a salesperson, a marketing person, or a CEO, managing director, or founder of a company. If you want to get people coming to you and asking to work with you, they need to know how they can work with you. So start posting results that you're generating for clients. Start posting testimonials that you're generating for clients. Start telling clients stories of what they've done. This was literally what I did for my property business when I first started. Hey, we've just done this deal. It's generated a £700 a month in, not passive income, because I hated that term. I never used it, but £700 a month in profit. Again, if you wanted to find out more about this strategy, then please drop us a message. We're not asking for money. We're literally just showcasing, hey, here's a house. This is what we've done. For our social media strategy clients, we will showcase some of the content plans that we create. We will create you 30 content plans, 30 post plans. We then send those out and we actually showcase an example of a post plan of what people receive. We then showcase the reviews and the improvements that we suggest to clients also in content. So people, when they're watching, they go, bloody hell, actually, I know creating content's important. I know posting content's important, but I'd love it if they could provide me with the viral content research that they've done, with the broken down into 30 posts for that month, or 10 posts for that month, or 20 posts for that month. And then when I post it, I'd love a report every single time that that post goes live, actually breaking down what I did well, where I could improve, and what I'm going to be focusing on next time, all tied together for a campaign, which then drives even more traffic and leads to my business. I'd love that. Now, I need to reach out to Chris and ask him if I want it. However, they're not going to know that I do that unless I post about it. So I don't promote, I don't sell. I just talk about experiences that my clients are having. That's just one content type. Again, in the description, you can go and find it in the link. There's a link there for you. There is a document that I give away for free, which has 100 content ideas, right? Literally, there is 100 ideas for you to be able to go through and break down. Really, really simple. If you want, by the way, a conversation around your content strategy, then again, it's completely free. I just do it because I love doing it. And if there's a way that we can work together afterwards, then amazing. But if you do want to have a conversation around your content, you can speak to me or our social selling sales manager, Leanne. Again, you can book that in. There's a link below, or drop me a message on Instagram or LinkedIn where I can direct you to it. So posting, really, really important. You know this already, I hope. But for anybody that's just starting out on LinkedIn, again, there is a video that deep dives into all of these different elements that I'm talking about inside of my YouTube channel anyway, for you to be able to go through. So number 6 is messaging. Now, this is literally like the dark art of LinkedIn, right? Everybody hates direct messaging. Nobody likes outbound. Nobody likes receiving outbound messages. And for me, I hate them. I don't really look to respond to them unless they're really good, unless they grab my attention. And this is something that you've got to understand when it comes to using this platform. If you're doing something that everybody else is doing, you need to ask yourself, why on earth would somebody respond to you above anyone else? I need to do something that's different. Now, with my messaging, what I look to do, and again, it's something that I've done for years now when it comes to direct messaging, not just on LinkedIn, but every platform. One of the things that I look to do is actually provide value. So what I realized straight away when it came to relationship building is the likelihood that somebody's going to buy from me in the first messaging exchange is literally next to 0. 1 in 1 million chance. So what I've got to try and do is just initiate a relationship. And I do that by showcasing that I'm different to everybody else and that I've got something substantial to offer to people. And again, what I normally do is I direct them to this YouTube channel. And so I message them on LinkedIn saying, hey, look, it's amazing to connect with you. Again, I'm just looking to say hello. Not many people seem to speak on social media these days. You can check out my profile and find out a lot about what I do, but I'd love to find out a little bit more about what you do. What brings you to LinkedIn? What do you use it for? And by the way, if you want to find out more about the information, the educational stuff that we do, I give loads and loads of stuff away on my YouTube channel. Here's the link. Go and check it out. Something so simple like that. I could give away my content ideas document. I could give away anything, but it's about having a substantial thing and a piece of, and a place to come from, which gives people a reason to look at that message and go, bloody hell, this is different. I'm going to respond to that because this person actually wants to network and have a conversation. And here's the mindset thing here, right? I know that not everybody is going to like that sort of message anyway. Even if I'm coming at it from the most nicest place in my heart possible, not everybody's going to like it. And I've got evidence from it with people telling me to do all sorts, go away, F up, whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter. But people haven't been 100% welcome into my message. And guess what? I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care if somebody says no to me. Actually, I've got to where I've got to in business. My whole journey has come off the back of the fact that I'm not afraid to ask a question. I'm not afraid to say hello. And I'm not afraid of being told no. It's a big mindset shift. But with my messaging, I'm looking to showcase to somebody else that I've got something to offer them that's actually pretty good. And I'm here to provide value. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to sell you something dirty here, right? I'm here to initiate a relationship because although you might not be a customer of mine, somebody in your network might be, and you might be able to refer me later on down the line. I approach a lot of my messaging with, hey, look, we might not be able to actually do business with each other, but we may be able to refer business to each other. 97% of something at the moment currently of business for startup business comes from referrals. I ask you this question: how much business have you generated in the last 12 months that's come from referrals? Imagine building a network full of referral partners that you just can network with and have conversations with. And guess what? You just refer business back and forth. Start thinking a bit differently. Not everybody is ready to buy your product right now. So with your messaging, find a way just to have a conversation and then let your content do the talking. So simple, but so effective. But start sending messages. Don't be afraid of being told no. I've been building this YouTube channel up by making people aware of it and saying, if you find value, please subscribe. It helps me out no end. I will answer any question that you've got. I will give you the answer. I don't hold anything back. I've made this publicly clear. I give away everything. You ask me the question, I'll give you the answer. I like to think there's probably been more value in this one video than any of the other content that you've consumed in the last 12 months. So much in here compacted into such a small time frame. But start sending messages. That's step number 6. And the last one is step number 7. Social selling is a marathon, not a sprint. Social selling is a marathon, not a sprint. So if you do this for 7 days, you're probably not going to see anything. You do it for 30 days, you're probably not going to see anything. You do it for 90 days, this is when we start to see how momentum and how compounding starts to take into its own here. You do this for a year, and I guarantee you post every single day, you send messages every single day, you engage every single day, and I'm talking about 20 minutes of activity here. You do this every single day for a year, I guarantee the way that your business is right now versus the way that it will be is completely game-changing. This stuff is not difficult. It's just whether you're committed to going out there and doing it. So to recap everything in here, right, I really, really hope that it's been helpful. But step number 1 is identifying why you're using the platform and who you're trying to connect with. Step number 2 is all about your profile. Step number 3 then is about building your network. Step number 4 is then about engaging. Step number 5 is then about posting. Step number 6 is then about messaging. And step number 7 is then doing it over and over and over and over again until you get it right. I hope this has been helpful. If it has been helpful, then please do hit that like button for me. It really helps push these videos further. If you could subscribe. And do you know what? If you know somebody that would find value from hearing this content, from this channel whatsoever, I would be so grateful if you could share it with them. I'm trying to grow this channel, and literally every single day I'm focusing in on it. You'll see loads and loads of content on here, which is practical that you can go away and do. Let me know in the comments if it has been helpful, and if you have any questions whatsoever. Come and connect with me on LinkedIn, come and connect with me on Instagram, and I will see you all in the next video.